Hello and welcome to Snowrunner News. Now today we're still waiting on when we're going to get the update. Well, we're waiting on the date we're going to get the update, which they said they're going to announce that this week, and here we are on Thursday and there's still nothing going on at the moment. But if we go to the public test server, then that had an update on the 2nd of May and a few more fixes have been added to that. Now there is quite a bit of a list there, and the first one it's saying fix DLC trucks disappearing, then improve optimization when leaving the garages, and there's a whole load of stuff for co-op, for crashes, localization, UI and miscellaneous on there, with a lot of the missions not finishing. So I'll leave a link in that in the description instead of going through all that. Now the other thing about the public test server is that a lot of people have been mentioning that the car marshal has got a 40 litre tank on it now instead of a 75, or was it 80? Anyway, it's a lot less, and when you're selling vehicles you're losing 25% on selling vehicles, which at the moment I like the fact I can buy a vehicle, go and use it, and if I don't like it I'll take it back and I get all the money back. So it'd be nice if something sorted on that, because there's nothing worse than losing money just by having a look at something. So, and then the next thing they're talking about is the saddle high configuration, where there's not many trailers available for that, and that's something which is coming later. So what is the point of saddle highs then, really, if there's only one specific trailer for it? Now it also mentions about the cargo fix, which is going to be in the update 5.0, where I've been having issues with that. I actually did a game yesterday and didn't have any problems with it, which is pretty cool. I like that. So we're getting somewhere. And then I mentioned about the save slots as well, where I wasn't sure if we were going to get save slots for console, because I know they did say they're coming for PC, and we are going to have several save slots, and that'll be announced as soon as we get the update, basically, which update for console. Now come to think of it, I think it's not going to happen this week. We haven't heard nothing all week. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow they say, okay, we're going to have an update next week, and they could even give us Friday as the date for it. So that doesn't mean we're going to have a update for console, because that's going to be, well, a few days after, or maybe a week after. It all depends on how that goes. So a fix isn't going to be quick, and it's not going to be here, and this isn't going to fix the whole game either. That's what we've got to remember. This game is brand new, everything is new, so it's not going to be right, this update and everything's sorted. This update hopefully won't bring as many problems as we had on the previous update, because my low range gearbox, well, no gearboxes, I can't even put it in neutral or reverse or do anything still at the moment with it, but it is what it is. Luckily I've got a Taiga with the mud tyres, and it doesn't really matter, I don't need low range, but otherwise starting a new game you would be screwed. But I know it's not for everyone. Now the other thing I mentioned in the forums was about the hardcore mode, which is something which I would love to see that coming in, but they're not saying anything about that at the moment. Same with mods for console. They're definitely saying it's not going to, they're not going to even tell us about it. They're going to get this update out, and then we might hear something a few weeks, because they're saying that really mods won't be coming until the next phase, which is going to be phase 2, which hopefully might only be a month away. It might be 2 weeks away. We don't know. It's all speculation at this time. Until they actually tell us, then we're just guessing. So let's go over to Snowrunner Mods IO, and there's been not loads in there, but we've had quite a few new additions and tweaks. So the first one, we have Emil's International Fleet Star 2070A by Emil Hetty, and he's tweaked that and fixed the missing spare wheel. Then we have the Fleet Star Off-Road by Briarton, and that's a new one with steering speed and angle increased, optimized engines, heavy winch and autonomous winch from the start, and then more bumpers, snorkels, exhaust, more tyres, higher and softer suspension, increased fuel capacity, and everything is unlocked. Then we have the Pacific P12 Custom by Steel_Drake, and that's a new one, and that's not too overpowered on that one. Added snorkel options, improved engine fuel economy, reduction in weight, 2-ray suspension, custom tyres, and more frame add-ons with lower saddle solution added as well. Then we have the Azov 64131 by Furco the K, and that's a new one, and is increased twice the steering speed and the angle, made it faster basically, and then wider wheelbase, then half the engine startup time, which I've seen quite a few of those now, where it takes about 3 seconds, they put it down to about a second. And then the Azov 5319 mini crane mod by bling_t. This mod moves the position of the crane with the flatbed and the sideboard back. Also, you can load a trailer on the back. You can pull a trailer, and we have a bigger fuel tank, which they all need bigger fuel tanks. Then the Navistar 5000 MV military by Marada, and he's added big wheels, higher suspension, extra engine on there, some colour schemes, different sideboards on the back, and added a scout trailer. Then the Dan 96320 improved by Furcal the K, and that is a new one. Tried to solve the disappearing truck issue, which he had when he first released it, and improved steering angle, raised suspension, more tyres, third engine option, high, which has got a high torque but double the fuel, and reduce the engine startup time. Then we have the Azov 73210 overhauled by Briarton, and he's increased the steering speed on that, optimised the engine, more tyres, 6-speed off-road gearbox, the autonomous winch, more bumpers, roof rack options, higher suspension, increased the fuel, and then new paint jobs, and everything is unlocked from the start, and increased damage capacity. Then we have the Mad Khan by Furcal the Key, and it's added high saddle on top of the can loaf there, with extra suspension and more wheel options on it. So we have next one, we have Emil's ANK MK38 by Emil Hetty, and improved stability, because that one is all over the place. It's a good truck, it really is. It's got 7 engines on there, new gearboxes. He puts on the winch with the length and the maximum length strength on there, and autonomous from the start, added suspensions, added wheels options, removed the front bumper, and you've got the option to take the exhaust off, and added a mini crane, so that makes it a bit more usable. And then we have the Derry Longhorn 3194, which I still haven't unlocked yet, and that's by Squares Sausages or something like that. Anyway, and then he's had a diff lock on that. The front, it had a floater axle on there, and he's added a drive for that, and then more power at the V12 as well, and then just tweak the axle so the truck was more level. Then a bigger fuel tank of 570 litre capacity on that, and sharper steering angle, and the middle axle has actually got a little bit of steering on there, and is it unlocked at rank 5, which is awesome, because a lot of these vehicles they're unlocked at like 20, and then you're nearly at the end of the game anyway, so what's the point of having them unlocked at the end? But there you go. So that is your lot for Snowrunner Mods IO, and that's your lot for Snowrunner News. So it's 3:30 and I've been holding on because I thought we might get something today, but we haven't. So as soon as we get an update, I will drop a video out for you straight away. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and if you did, I will catch you on the next one.